Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Aaron Lynch able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. This is Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
Falcons 0.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
1 yard gain.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
For the Falcons.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Rodgers pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and long.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Rodgers pass.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st.
It's 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Uses the stiff arm. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. Completes it to Hardman. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. Mecole Hardman, 85 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 30.
Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Brought down behind the line of
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. He juked him. Fights off the defender. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll start with the option. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Gun. They'll look to throw. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler, Julio Jones.
Complete to Julio Jones.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Packer. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Rodgers now to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Packers 3.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's third.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
The quarterback is sacked.
First, you can jump him all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Devontae Adams and the offense for their next drive. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the counter, here's Jones. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's a gain of 3.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
23-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First down.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is the tight end Njoku.
The pass.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Number 20.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
21-yard line.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and that'll bring up second down.
Alexander.
To throw again, Rodgers over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Rodgers. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
Receiver downfield. Offense. What was that, right?
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw again. That's complete. Okuegbunam. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw again.
15-yard.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
A loss of 8 yards. And it's
But that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
27-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
13. Packers 3.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And an incomplete pass.
Rodgers.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Georgia.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Falcons take over first and
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
16 yards. And the Falcon first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zadarius Smith bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A 35-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now.
Falcons 16. Packers 3.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now Jones. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
38-yard line.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
For a Green Bay Packer.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
Rodgers pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 47-yard line.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards to pick up there. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Rodgers pass.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
16. Packers 3.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, it has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Elliott is good.
The kick is good.
And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Gain of 13 yards. And the Falcons first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
The pass.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
A gain of 5. First down, Atlanta.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards, the pickup, first down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith, his 2nd sack of the night.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
2nd and 11. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown.
A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
Complete to
The Packers on 3rd down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Younghoe Koo lining up for.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 35.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz.
Rodgers pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Rodgers to throw once more. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Younghoe Koo lining up for the
defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. On the crossing route, complete. It's Bush. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
At the 23-yard.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Packers on 3rd down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it with Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
Number 33.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4th down.
They'll go with Jones. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At the 13-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And 10. At the 13-yard.
Now the rookie's 2nd-round pick, it's A.J. Dillon with it. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Out of the end zone.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
And still yet to find the end zone. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. And 3 yards on the pickup, that's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
3rd down.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
The pass. Complete to...
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
42-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. Tonight,
the Falcons are Super Bowl bound. Time for us to sign off. Thanks for watching.